Hello YouTube land, my name is Kestelcaden, and today we're going to be going over a MF tornado shot that actually uses Divination Distillate as well as the Soul Catcher. Now what this will allow us to do is it'll give us about 100 to 105% increased quantity relatively effectively and quite efficiently. Now the main things to note is that a lot of the stuff that I have socketed is using and utilizing blood magic. The only thing that is not utilizing blood magic right now would in fact be my blink arrow, and I'll go over why I have that over the standard version of this build. You'll also note that I actually do not have a tornado shot helmet enchant or have a rigwalds. Now the reason why I'm doing this is because for this one specifically I am actually stacking more additional projectiles, but that's because I'm currently farming either barrel chambers or glacier. Now I got my 2 doctor cards, I got a whole bunch of exalts, and now I'm starting to farm glacier just because I find it a lot more casual. Now the initial version of this build allows you to utilize these flasks to allow your Mirage Archer to pretty much kill everything off, and you're going 480% movement speed, etc., etc. My version of the build is a little bit slower. It's at about 360%, as well as it actually uses Blink Arrow to initiate so that you lower your mana so that you can actually just keep the distillate up, because you're going to be using Soul Catcher, your mana doesn't regen during the process, and therefore causes the Divination Distillate to have 100% uptime. So we do that, we do that, we do that. So basically all I do now is just keep on running and making sure that my flasks are up, my charges are up. As long as I keep moving, I have 100% uptime on everything. And all I do every couple of seconds is just roll my flasks, and that gives me the extra 15% or 18% from my Divination Distillate, as well as also gives me an extra 60% rarity, which is also great. Not as useful for currencies per se, but it's also nice because you do get a lot of like 6 sockets, you do get a lot of other things as well. And this is just nice and casual. I should probably change my filter because dense fossils did get a little bit of a nerf. I don't really see them being all too useful in terms of having that noise, but whatever. Anyways, there you have it. That's actually just a quick showcase of what you'd expect from this. I actually kind of forgot the red beast, my bad. Basically, I just kind of go around at this point and just let my Mirage Archer finish it if I really wanted to. It's a relatively safe thing for me to do. But, I mean, if I need to bring it down, I will. And it's pretty much dead. There we go. Moonstroke Ring, sure. Anyways, so the reason why this is actually a really good build is because if you do go with the standard build, it goes up to 480 movement speed, plus it has over 100% increased quantity while in Legion, obviously. So this is obviously not in standard, this does not use any legacy gear, and you can actually reach those really high numbers, and I didn't feel danger at all. Now, does this build die? Yeah. What I'd suggest if you do actually start switching over to this, and I will link the build in the description below, is that you should probably start this build probably in the 80s. This is not a starter MF tornado shot. This is something that you'd want to transition to. Now, another question that I get on stream a lot, for example, is what do I do with my Atlas if I want to farm Glacier or if I want to farm Barrel Chambers or whatever. So I'm just going to go over that. I'm currently farming Barrel Chambers, so what I did was all of my Tier 2s and Tier 3s are undone, except for these. Glacier, obviously, it's the one that I want to farm. And what I did was I shaped Leyline, and then I used an Elder Orb on Mausoleum. In order to get the Elder Orb, you need to get your Shaper done, so you need to go through the Xena questline for that. Now, if you don't want to do that, that's fine. However, then you won't have infinite map sustain, so just keep that in mind. On the other side, if we wanted to do this over here, Barrel Chambers is a Tier 5, we'd want to shape Promenade, and then, where's the next one? We'd want to use an Elder Orb on Maze. So, there you go. That's pretty much it. This build is great. Again, I'm going to leave a description of this build down below. So, there you go. I'll link it to the forum post so you guys can actually see it in work. I have commented a few times on it just to help some people out. But yeah, this is a fast build, and I've definitely gotten my fair share of Exalted Orbs. As you can see, actually, just right there. And I haven't even been running it for that long. So... And I mean, right now, Doctor cards are like over, what, 12 Exalted Orbs. I managed to sell them a little bit earlier in the league, so just keep that in mind. So I didn't make as many as I probably could have if I sold them right now. However, this is still a very fast, very fun, very on-your-toes build. Like, if you don't pay attention, you will die. The thing that I found the most annoying was probably my bleeds. because I do bleed a lot. So instead of freeze or instead of curses, I opted for a bleed flask. Now, beyond that, you just got to be careful. If you open up strong boxes, the only thing you should really note is try to have your Mirage Archer up if it's a freeze, otherwise you die. Anyway, hopefully you guys have enjoyed this. Leave a comment down below, subscribe to my channel, leave a like on the video, and don't forget the most important part, have fun!